Hey everybody, High Shield here. Starting our 7th episode of Final Fantasy 3. So between episodes, I did do the couple things I wanted to get done. We stopped by the Village of the Ancients. We picked up the Light Staff, which will let us use Thunder on Ripia on command. And then for Ark, because we actually made him a ranger, I'm trying to use jobs I've never really used before. So we got him 50 of each arrow type, so that way he can hit weaknesses. And we got him also the iron arrows from Cannon, I think I got them from. Outside of that, we got all the missile enemies up to this point in the ocean here. And like I said, I would leave us right outside of Geishel, and we are now here. I take care of the sheep here. No, don't go that way. Come on, come back here. Whoever said herding sheep was easy, they might as well be lemmings. And I'm not sure why there's no sound effects again. I walked in after the last episode, and it had sound effects. And now there's none again. This shop, there's a couple of new spells. Break, which nobody can use, is Petrify spell. Shade is paralysis. Libra shows weak points. Confuse expects confusion. And silence is silence. I'm probably not going to get any of these, to be 100% honest. Not really my flavor of spells. Chocobos love our Geishel greens. I'll tell you a secret. There's a special chocobo that lives in the Choco Woods. Try putting a sprig of Geishel greens by the tree in the middle of the woods. If you're lucky, you may get to meet the boss of the Chocobos. Geishel greens, Geishel greens. Hey, stay out. These greens are very delicate, you know. Visitors, it's been years since we have people visit us. Make yourselves at home. So the fact that there's no background music is more disappointing than anything else, because it was working last episode. Nothing down here. That's... Is this where we just were? Yes. So this is the locksmith or the keymaker rather, that the dwarves were talking about. And this is the main reason why I made Arcade Ranger. So because of these keys, we can get through the dungeon I was actually saving the thief for. And the keys are not too expensive, so I'm going to buy a handful of them. Or, not too expensive, I feel like I just said not too cheap. Not too expensive, so we'll grab a bunch of them. That'll be more than enough to get through the dungeon. And I can experiment with the new job. Fat Chocobo can store items in its belly. Isn't that hilarious and slightly disturbing? Why hello there, I'm a dancer, watch me prance. And some more Geishel greens. We'll actually buy some of those because the fat chocobo acts as our bank. So if we want to store stuff in there, or well, in it, to clear up some space, we have the ability to do that. Which I don't think is really necessary in this playthrough, because I'll be taking care of our inventory fairly often. See if we have anything in Mognet really quick. Grave news, the children have not come back from their recent exploration trip. We have searched as far from Ur as we did, but we could not find them. From Topapa. So we might need to take a trip back to Ur to help the kids out. But with that, we are finished at Geishel. So where do I want to go next? Do I want to... Actually, I think I will take a trip to Ur and see if we can't get that done. That's actually part of a side quest that we're going to need to do anyway. And then the east side of the shore here is going to bring us... this east side of the shore brings us to Dragon's Peak and Cannon. So from here it's just a short walk over to Ur anyway. If my memory is correct, it's just at the altar cave, I think. We can talk to Topapa to find out more. Yeah. Luna, thank you for coming. It seems the children have gone to the altar cave. Could you go look for them? There they are. I don't like the looks of this. Let's go help them. Hey, why don't you take on someone your own size, huh? And just a couple bombs should be able to make quick work of this. I'm actually gonna turn auto battle. Thanks, Ark. I never thought that you, of all people, would be the one who'd save us. This should teach you to stray too far from inhabited lands. Be more careful. Come on, let's go back to Ur. Hey, Ark. We found this, but you can have it. So we have the Onion Knight job now, which is arguably the best job in the game once you get it to job level 99-ish. I think it's like 90 to 99, it skyrockets like crazy. But until then, it's not fantastic. once we finish up, I will do a, I guess it's closer to a showcase than anything else with the Iron Giant. I'll train up everybody to 99 and show how easy that boss fight can be with Onion Knight. Sorry, show how easy the fight can go with the Onion Knight job. But thankfully, that's one of our 3 main side quest goals done. All we need to do now is complete the bestiary and get the ultimate weapon. Neither of which we can do right now, obviously. Ultimate weapon we won't be able to do until close to the end of the game. And that is through Rifia's Magnet Mail with Taka. But that requires us to basically run around the world. Run around the world and do a few other things. But for now, we are going to make our way over to Toggle, because as a late recap to last episode, we cleared out the Molten Cavern, got the light from the Crystal Fire, and we heard from a dying man that Tolkol was ravaged again. So, make our way down there and do what we can. Alright, and for recording's sake, I am going to make a save here, just in case anything happens. Because like I was saying last episode, once we go in here, we can't come out. You can't move. Hey, what's going on? What's the meaning of this? Get them. Take them away to Castle Hein. They'll make good slaves. Where are we? We've been imprisoned. Let us investigate the vicinity. So, this is Castle Hein, and this is our next dungeon. So while we're in here, everything that's in here is missable. Once we complete this dungeon, we're not going to be able to come back. So we do need to make sure we get all of the enemies here for the bestiary. And we need to make sure we get the chests. The castle is the Elder Tree of the Living Woods. Hein put a curse on it and carved tunnels and rooms inside its trunk. Hein is hidden the royal sword of King Argus somewhere. Hein was King Argus' most trusted advisor, but he was corrupted by darkness after the earthquake hit us. I am King Argus. I rule over the lands north of the desert. That is to say, the king of an empty kingdom, now that Hein has cursed my soldiers into doing his bidding. I have put my trust in him. His betrayal cannot be forgiven. Cough, cough. My lord, are you alright? I am fine, thank you. But I must ask you to do something for me. You must defeat Hein. And that is our objective for the dungeon. Beat the boss. Hein was corrupted by darkness and obtained great power from it, and still he hungers for more. You're going to defeat Hein, you say? That's interesting. Yes, well then. Now you must die. Oops. Gives us our demon encounter. Oh, I definitely just attacked with Ripia. So while we're in here, we are on the lookout for 4 more enemies. The Pharaoh, the Lemur, the Dullahan, and the Lamia. Once we see those 4, we are in the clear for enemies, and we can safely finish up the dungeon. Use this to shrink yourselves. It is of no use to me now. There's a small hole in the rightmost corner. Good luck. And just in case you don't have one, they gave you a free mini. Because the only way to get through here is to use mini. If only we could pass through this hole. It's too small. We won't be able to get through unless we shrunk ourselves. And then, for that exact reason, this pot here is a full heal. So, we'll mini, get the... Oh, we can't do that. Okay. I thought that worked for some reason. Oh well. So we gotta use 2 spell slots to get through here. Oh well. Hein's castle, officially within the dungeon. And right here we have 2 of the 4 enemies we needed, the Lemur and the Pharaoh. And sorry if there's a little bit of feedback, or not feedback, but the mic picking up without me talking about my fan on in my room right now. Got some holy arrows. Phoenix down. I don't remember if this is the actual path, so I'm gonna go back the other way first. Alright, yeah, that's gotta be the actual path. Phoenix down. 2 Phoenix downs out of that. Oops, that's not what I meant to do, but that's alright. We can heal up quick before we make our way back through. Oh, I don't want to... I know about the hole. Yes, yes, yes. It's too small. Okay, so we went down there. Oh, and something I did learn also in last episode after I cut the recording is that some of these swords have the same effect as the staves. You can use them in combat for spell effects. And I'll show that off in the next next battle that we have on video with the either the boss or the last 2 enemies, whichever I remember. And here we have the Dullahan, so I could actually show it on this boss or this fight. So I don't think the Freezing Blade is... Oh yes, the Freezing Blade is one, so... Just like Refia with the staffs, we can have Ingus just use the Freezing Blade for a magic spell. Which doesn't do a lot of damage for him because he does not have the casting stat. But if we do that, it does the same thing as the staff, but it casts at Blizzard tier. So now we're missing just one enemy, being the Lamia. Which hopefully we'll see that before we get to the boss, so I don't have to do a ton of searching. But if I make sure to get everything, all the chests, it should not be an issue. Lots of money from this. Lots of money from this place. I think we've gotten lots of money from this place. I think we've gotten almost 10,000 gil just from chests. Yeah, this place is kind of hectic. I don't really get a chance to think at all. But also means a lot of experience, which is not bad either. Royal Sword, which we heard from the guard next to the king that was lost somewhere in here. 50 attack for a single sword, which is really good. Especially for Ingus being the knight, he really only needs one weapon. Because he's going to have the shield in the other hand anyway. Phoenix down. Elixir. And our last enemy, the Lamia. So now once we finish up here, or well, finish up with her rather, we are done with our enemies in here. We can safely defeat the boss and leave. So now it's just grabbing the rest of the items. Rune bow, which we can give to Ark. Buffs up his damage quite a bit. Everybody's about even. Lunith is surprisingly got the highest with its 2 books. And we're at the boss room, so actually... I can't use Thunder... I've got 1 slot, but I'm not going to go all the way back to heal for that. So what we're going to do is just use Lunith's 2 slots, or 2 of his slots to heal up. And go in. Ah, the power of darkness is a thing of beauty, a black tapestry of chaos. A tapestry on which I shall paint an all-encompassing nocturne. With this fortress, Argus' soldiers, and the power of darkness, I will rule the world. Time to die. So Hein's gimmick is the fact that we don't know his elemental weakness, which is why we need the Scholar, because he can study, and we can see what he's currently weak to. So when Hein uses Barrier Shift like that, is when he changes his elemental weakness. So right now we can see his weakness is Ice, and that will change every time he uses Barrier Shift. So for now, I'm actually going to give Ingus, I'm going to make his offhand weapon whichever elemental element he's weak to. I'm going to switch Arc to Ice Arrows and Barrage. Lunith will equip the Book of Ice. And Repia will use the Ice Staff. So the whole point is just hitting his weakness as much as you can before he switches every time. Actually, I wonder if putting that in the main hand will deal more damage. And as we saw, we didn't do a ton of damage with Fire Book on, so I'm actually going to unequip the book altogether. I wish I had another neutral weapon to give to Angus. Weakness Fire. Oops, Barrage, not. And if Lunith doesn't keep up the damage, I'll just start using his spells. I guess I might need to use the weapon effect. Keep his damage up. Interesting. So, Lunith is confused right now, so what we're actually going to do is unequip Ingus's weapons, and we're going to punch Lunith so that he will wake up. So that way that doesn't happen. Oh, wow. So now Lunith is up. Just keep the heal up while we're waking up from sleep. Weakness fire still. Ow. Although probably one of the best people he could have one-shot. Because we're doing okay on health. So we're not in need of the Knight's Guard ability. Weakness fire still. That's what I was trying to do. Actually, I'm gonna leave that like that, and I'm actually gonna use the bomb fragments. I'm honestly just glad every time he's tried to confuse Reefia, he's missed. Whoa, an earthquake. Thank you, Warriors of the Light. The walls, they speak. I am the Elder Tree of the Living Woods. Hein had put a curse on me to do his bidding. But you have freed me from his bonds. Thank you again, Warriors of the Light. I will now free the people held captive within me and return them to where they belong. Then I will go back to the Living Woods once again. Thank you. Thank you. Now it is time to return. I am back where I belong. Thank you for your help, young ones. Here, take this. Use it when the power of darkness stands in your way. You've saved the living woods. Thank you. Obtained Fang of Wind. Not unlike the Fang of Water that we obtained not too long ago. I will now sleep until the wounds that Hein inflicted upon me heal themselves. For 1,000 years I shall sleep, and none shall be able to enter these woods until I awaken. Young ones, it is no coincidence that this floating continent was born 1,000 years ago, when the darkness engulfed the world, and that you have been chosen to become the warriors of the light 1,000 years later. Young ones, you must save this floating continent, and go to the world of darkness, the surface world. The surface world? You must make haste. If you do not go now, it will be 1,000 years until you may go again. Goodbye. Goodbye and good luck. So, with that being said, we know what our next objective is, which is reaching the outside world. But we aren't able to do so without an airship, so we must make our way to Castle Argus and speak with the king. Because so long ago, Sid mentioned to us that King Argus was the one who made the engine for the airship, while Sid made the hull. So, with that being said, we will start next episode with Castle Argus. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.